There is a lot that's happening in this YouTube street. I know I've been absent, but I follow keenly with a lot of interest. But today I've just decided to air something out. It is a hard nut to crack, but I've decided I can crack it and give you the hidden gist. Guys, before really we dive deep into it, there is this video that I want us to watch keenly so that we'll ask the question. And that kind of a question will form the deliberations of our discourse going forward. Perhaps let's listen keenly.
The house is big and so fantastic. I want to come to your place one day. And you talked about, okay, it doesn't have any problem. And guys, for the first time you told me, I'm going to be having a collab with you very, very soon. And you're going to be waiting for it.
I don't know you've grasped the information that Gintu was putting across with a lot of wherewithal. And you can decide. And that alone begs the question, who is this video Gintu is referring to, or this person Gintu is referring to, who told him that your house is big, you're the only one whom I want to visit, and congratulations. Perhaps is speaking about one and only DavyJnr. And again, it begs the question that, are they now collaborating? If yes, what are the chances? If not, what is Gintu trying to say? Well, I'm going to address those two notions at the progression stages of this video. Perhaps let's watch the next segment, then I will come elaboratively and give you what Gintu is trying to twist and give you the real hidden fact so that we can do with this story forever.
I asked again, do you know that Mugesi has reported you and you are going to be, you're going to custody very, very soon? He told me he had reported even before. So you can see that Lady J was a brave person at first before we could just be thrown into an imbroglio in this kind of the scandal. Somebody can get it. So whenever this kind of a scenario happened, he ran to the custody, ran to the police and reported first. When this kind of the boys went the following day, previous, and now they were talking about the previous day, we were attacked. So it could be like you were never serious about it. And that's why Lady J told me this. I had known that they're going to be going there, but they're the people who were wrong to me. And I asked about, I never wanted to have much of the conversation about it, but he was talking about, he has peace, he's coming in peace. And they're talking about the 4 clothes were stolen. Tell us what happened into that. He told me that, how can I steal clothes, bro? How? And it was about to talk about the Mr. Cecil package that came from the US. It is in their home. So they have so many clothes. So, so how can he go and steal some clothes yet they have a very big package from Mr. Cecil that is still they have never even given out all the clothes.
And the second video is insinuation of what really transpired between DavyJnr and its Gintu. Whether it's true they met or they discuss other things, we still don't know. And this is the reasons why I'm here, to give you a possible scenario that these people could have met, talked, or it is just a grandstanding and a gesturing of Gintu using other popular YouTubers' name to drag numbers towards him. If you listen to that video keenly, it tells you a number of things that Gintu and DavyJnr purported to have discussed. Whether it's true or not, we still don't know. But the reasons why I'm here is to bring you up to speed, to give you a possible scenario, whether the meeting really took place, or it was just a mere greeting, or it's just a gesturing and a sarcastic kind of approach of usual operative signature of its Gintu of saying other things, lacing its content with other content creators within the village, yet we don't know. Perhaps we are going to let you know about this. So if you're coming across this video for the very first time, kindly click at the notification bell so that whenever I upload a video, YouTube shall notify you instantly. To my loyal subscriber, may God bless you abundantly. So let's dive in after the break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my YouTube chit chat. My name is Sinazak and this is my YouTube channel. So guys, the deliberation is about whether was it possible for Gintu and DavyJnr have met. And what was the discussion that ensued therein? Whether Gintu is lying or not, because I promised you I'm going to clarify the two notions so that we get the possible facts going forward, because there are several indicators that really points to both scenario. Scenario number one is these people might have met. Why am I saying these people might have met? When I'm saying these people might have met, I really mean, one, these people, Gintu and DavyJnr, are now on the same side fighting only one war. And what is this war that the two are fighting against? It is about the Mogesi issue. You know what happened with DavyJnr with the Mogesi? Now there is a case of DavyJnr have trespassed, and DavyJnr is culpable of selling other things, which I know it was creation of Mogesi, but because DavyJnr also predisposed himself to that kind of a reality, because you decided to go to somebody's place, whether in good intention you're going to buy other things, or whether in a trespass, somebody can just plant anything against you because you are a target. This is what never came up so well to DavyJnr. Remember when I was talking to you about that, I will come and address the issue of DavyJnr. I never found that time, but I just want to address it on this video. One, if you know you are a target of other village shenanigans, you don't lower your guards. You must be so aware of whatever is happening within your sphere, whether in your social circle, whether in any other kind of things or struggle within the community. So that one should be so open to you. Unless you're so oblivious of very many factors, therefore you'll fall a victim. And this is the chance that Mogesi got to pin DavyJnr down. And the kind of overreach itself was so sad, because what was the scene of the crime? It was the boutique. And the boutique belongs to whom? It belongs to Mogesi. This is how majority of people are being framed. So the best thing, stay away, DavyJnr, next time, stay away, don't go. Even if somebody tells you don't go to other people's compound. The best you can do, you can go and report the police. Accompany the police to that place, or police will accompany you to that place, because it is an order of a police to go and seek or to effect a warrant of arrest. This is what really transpired, and this is the only advice, and this is the only mistake of DavyJnr. Because I know you went there with the goodwill, you're looking for Mogesi, but Mogesi took advantage of you being at his premises, and they launched that kind of attack. So the best thing, I think, you learned from the mistake, which we know you won't repeat it, because we still love you in this YouTube street. So at this moment, you see, so Mogesi felt so being a champion and decided like to chide everybody left and right, because his content, he feels it was stolen by Gintu. But it's the one who called Gintu and gave the Gintu content. But Gintu, being so fast and posted it, accumulated all substantial kind of viewership. Therefore, Mogesi has decided to feel so jilted of being deprived of the viewership itself. So the war erupted. So at this point, the disparate measures call for disparate. The disparate cause calls for disparate measures. That the only factor that point that DavyJnr and its Gintu might have talked and met or collaborated to fight Mogesi is at this point, because now they're having one common enemy that they're fighting against. At this point, because there's nothing that normally happens out of just a mere coincidence. Once the interest itself converges, people will be on the same podium. Does not mean they love each other. Does not mean they're now reading of the same book. It's only that their interests have only just converged. Their own interests have just converged. Once the interests converged, they will be reading the same script. They have the same common objective and the same target. Therefore, it is not lost in common that these people might have met and discussed 1, 2, 3, 4. But there is also a scenario I want to tell you that there is a possible situation that they never met. No, they met, but the discussion now that is being brought forth by its Gintu cannot stand the water, because Gintu is known of being exaggerating its content, hyperbole, saying all other kind of lies that are not making sense. Perhaps let's watch the video keenly, because I want to tell you that it is possible these people might have met. They might have talked about this common objective. But what I don't disagree with, it is the information that's being put forth by its Gintu that they discussed. That one is not avoid. But meeting, this you might have met. And I've given the reasons why.
I asked
and
again,
let's watch the video.
do you know that Mugesi has reported you, and you are going to be, you're going to custody very, very soon? He told me he had reported even before. So you can see that Lady J was a brave person at first, before we could just be thrown into an imbroglio in this kind of the scandal. Somebody can get it. So whenever this kind of a scenario happened, he ran to the custody, ran to the police and reported first. When this kind of the boys went the following day, previous, and now they were talking about the previous day, we were attacked. So it could be like you were never serious about it. And that's why Lady J told me this. I had known that they're going to be going there, but they're the people who were wrong to me. And I asked about, I never wanted to have much of the conversation about it, but he was talking about, he has peace, he's coming in peace. And they're talking about the 4 clothes were stolen. Tell us what happened into that. He told me that, how can I steal clothes, bro? How? And he was about to talk about the Mr. Cecil package that came from the US. It is in their home. So they have so many clothes. So, so how can he go and steal some clothes, yet they have a very big package from Mr. Cecil that is still, they have never even given out all the clothes.
It tells you that these people, these two might have met, but the information that's being given by its Gintu is saying the bone of contention started like DavyJnr asking him about the house, that DavyJnr want to meet at the house. No, DavyJnr cannot meet Gintu to start discussing the issues of the house. That was not, because the issue at stake was the issue of the arrest. Being that Gintu also was threatened and was reported by its Gintu with the police. Now, the center of convergence was it that they were discussing the issue of arrest, not any other issue. And that's why I'm telling you that its Gintu is known of exaggerating its content. And perhaps I'm saying that was about content, but meeting, it's possible these people met. But the discussion that they discussed, Gintu is now adding salts, or is hyperbole, exaggerating it to make it so flowery, because there is this kind of a rush, this kind of excitement that Gintu is saying that because they have met with DavyJnr, that DavyJnr can now talk to him. Now it feels so high. You get to know when you meet the biggest YouTuber, hey, this so and so have talked to me. This is now the excitement. Now, if excitement comes up with other wrapped up information which are never true but false, to make it so flowery, to make it so catchy. Are you there? And for content-wise, it is good for content going forward. That's number one. It never stopped from there. Gintu also told us a rough number of things that they discussed with DavyJnr. And this is, again, where I'm having a problem with. Other partly is true, others are not true. Because I just wanted to be as objective as enough so that we dissect it and we get to know. Let's watch this video and we see what Gintu is purportedly saying that
the house is big and so fantastic. I want to come to your place one day. And you talked about, okay, it doesn't have any problem. And guys, for the first time, he told me I'm gonna be having a collab with you very, very soon, and I'm gonna be waiting for it.
Some other issues that discussed with DavyJnr. From this point, and also my opinion and view, I want to agree with that video partly, and I want to tell you what really happened and what did not. The truth that Gintu is saying, because the issue of the stake is arrest, these people discuss the issue of arrest. That's a fact, because what really brought them together is the common objective. What's the common objective? The arrest. DavyJnr was arrested. Gintu also was being reported and promised to be arrested by Mogesi. So the convergence point and the common objective is the arrest here. That one automatically 100%. Even a grade 1 pupil or a student will come and let you know it is the issue of arrest, the common objective itself, that really brought these two antagonistic side to come and meet. Because not because they love each other, not because they are friends for keeps, but because a temporary moment, a temporary situation that needed to be resolved amicably. Therefore, the forces themselves can be joined to being them seen working together, a common objective, so that they vanquish what is coming on their way that doesn't really require a divide. That one is possible even in politics itself, that there's no permanent enemy in politics, and there's no permanent friendship in politics. What really brings people together is the interest. Once your interest converges, therefore you become friends for that temporary, which means your friendship is an integration of a temporary moment to capture power or to vanquish a common enemy. Once the enemy shall have been vanquished, therefore that kind of grandstanding will still ensue or will still come back into play. Are you there? And that's when you follow Gintu also has come up with several videos attacking DavyJnr, stop calling me, which means maybe the enemy had already been vanquished. So the issue of arrest they're discussing, that was right. The issue that DavyJnr cannot discuss with Gintu, it's about the issue of the cloth. That the Cecil luggage full of clothes is still there. That is the issue that DavyJnr cannot discuss. This is the issue that now was being used for a center of attraction, for a catchy phrase, so that people could really believe that these people have talked. You know, Gintu, in as well that he's so noisy, he's so clever when it comes to content-wise, he uses the opportunity that he gets and jabs with it to get views, and people tend to believe that it's true. Remember in this video I told you, I just wanted to be objective as much as possible, to put facts into perspective and give you what it takes. And the truth is it. So the truth that is coming out, these people met, it was a form of greetings, and they decided to discuss what was before them, because all of them were reported to the police. DavyJnr was arrested, and Gintu also is been promised arrest. So the best thing is like they needed to discuss just for that very moment. Are they collaborating to fight? No, there's not much collaboration. The collaboration is all about the case before them. Did DavyJnr promise to visit Gintu? No. That's null and void, and we call it nada. There's nothing like that. DavyJnr cannot never discuss such kind of things. Gintu is known of hyperbole, exaggerating his content for viewership. And that's a matter of fact, and I'm telling you, this is what really happened. So guys, let me hear your thought at this comment section, because this is the truth. This is what I'm deducing from that video. It's possible these people have met, have discussed the issue of arrest, but the issue of visiting so and so is just an issue of content, an issue of hyperbole creation, such that Gintu was also disputed by the two amigos. Now Gintu is seeking alliance, and Gintu wants to make the two amigos that now, you know, we've joined forces and we are going to fight you, so that the two amigos themselves could feel so jilted, could feel so alienated going forward. So until next time, this is